Namaste, my tribe. I had no plans to do this, but because God is speaking through my spirit and He wants me to get this information out so no other people have to suffer like I did growing up and like my father did when he was alive. Uh, but not much of this information was known uh, back then, but it is known. I made it a point to research and study and research and study, and I will continue to do that uh, because this took so many years out of my life. Uh, so, will you excuse me for just a moment? I'm going to turn you all this away. I have an abscess, so I got, let's see, I have an abscess in one of my teeth, and I'm getting treatment for it right now. And it sort of makes me sick, the treatment, uh, but it's necessary because they have to work on my teeth uh, once it is safe for them to do so. So I cannot wear both the upper and lower, so I only have the can rather lower because the upper is, oh my God, the upper area is painful. It's on this side, and the abscess is here. And every time I put the upper on, it's like a fire when I put it on, and I have to take it off right quick. So they're treating me for it. So I'm not feeling too good. But let me continue on. Like I said, God wants me to do this. This is my destiny, and that's why He had me to put this channel on. And everything I put up on here is from God's direction. It's either in uh, a dream, or it's just I'm sitting and working on something, and He just puts in my spirit, this is what I want you to talk about. Uh, I know from way back when I said no to uh, doing this channel, God doesn't give up. If He wants you to do something, you better do it. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, now I will. I think I said namaste. Okay. Now, as I do with every film, I put out some inspiration out there. Oh, And it's not only for women on my channel, my tribe is both women and men. All right? So here we go here, accepting his blessings and giving thanks. Uh, oh, wow, where's my glasses? Oh, yes, I put them over here, but I didn't put them on. Well, why is my eyes showing up? Well, my eyes changed and I'm seeing blue. That's cool. I'm glad I'm different. I'm glad God made me different. I don't want to be like everybody. I'm a child of God. And thank you, God. Okay, let's see here. Thou, Lord, will bless the righteous. Psalms chapter 5, verse 12. If you sat down and began counting your blessings, how long would it take? Probably a very, very long time. Yeah, yes. Yes, blessings likely include a life, freedom, family, friends, talents, possessions, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Yes, it does for me. Give thanks today for your blessings by accepting them fully with open arms. I do, God. And by sharing them generously with a thankful heart. I do. Evangelist Billy Graham had this advice. He's my homeboy from where I grew up. Think of the blessings we so easily take for granted. Okay. Life itself, preservation from danger, every bit of health we enjoy, every hour of liberty, the ability to see, to hear, to speak, to think, and to imagine. All this comes from the hand of God, meditating on our blessings and giving thanks and sound advice for all of us who have been blessed beyond measure. God is always more willing to give us good things than we are anxious to have them. Yes, this was said of Catherine Marshall. Okay, now this one uh, is called, and this is special. It's not a series because God wanted me to do this. He also gave me the information and everything. Okay, and this series, or whatever you want to call it, is called narcissistic, parasitic predators. Okay, and this is on malignant narcissists. These type of narcissists are also called psychopath and sociopath. Later, I will explain this and why, uh, but I will continue on with this. And this subject is on misplaced trust. Heckel and Jeckel, partners in crime. Okay, but excuse me for a minute or again. I have the fan on. I think the air is on too. So I'm just going to turn off my ceiling fan hmm, if I can get this mic off. Hmm. a minute. And if I can take up this mic because I don't want it pulling and maybe tearing if I can ever get it off. How did I get this on? This is interesting. I think I almost have it. Okay. So here, let it go through the keyhole. Yeah. So, excuse me, I'm going to kind of tilt it. Okay. Back. Next, I want to say something before I start with the family. Now, people who truly know me from the heart know that I would not ever, in the wildest dream hurt my family or anyone else. But because God called me to do this, I am going to do this. And my family, my siblings, my mom, uh, had and do have a, a mental health disease that is genetic. Yes. Uh, and I'm sorry for them that they do have this because I could not see myself doing the things that they did to me and my father and other people and be able to live with myself. But because they do not know and did not know that they have this thing, uh, they was born with it. So people often have said that a, that a child cannot be born evil. Yes, they can. And this proves it. Uh, and as the child grows, they have evil there. But as they grow older and older and older, you will start seeing red flags. So uh, I have forgiven my family, but I cannot forget any of the things that happened to me, my daughter, and my father. That will never go away. It hurts. It hurts right now to the core. But now I understand, and I thank God that He gave me this information. And it has helped me so much. Okay. Now for that, like I said, I forgive you all, every one of you. Uh, but if you all like to, I don't know, chat among yourself, uh, I will tell you this. Uh, yes, something happened when my niece came to visit me and her cousin. Uh, I will put it this way, and I will not speak of it again. She had an agenda when she came. She disrespected me, her cousin, and our home. Now, that said, she will never, ever be welcome back in our home. And she knows why. She, I realized, and she may not know this either, but she is a malignant narcissist. And this is genetic. She got it from her mother, which got it from her mother, and she never knew, but now she knows. And if you want to get help, which narcissists don't want help, they like creating chaos. That is, yeah, okay. But like you said, it's genetic, and that's it. Okay, now go on with my story. Okay, this is the realization of when I was growing up. All of this reality is really just hitting me now. I am realizing now why there was so much chaos in our home. And my GI problems began then. I did not realize I was surrounded by narcissists, and I and my father had a bullseye on our back. We were in physical danger. I did not know it, but because my father, I think, was empathic just like I am, and he was a spiritual person, and I feel that God spoke to him and told him to take me under his wing and watch me closely. And that's what he did. He knew there was something wrong, terribly, terribly wrong in that happening. The way my siblings and my mom treated him and me, he knew it was wrong, but he didn't know what it was. He didn't know it was uh, narcissism. He, he, he just took care of it. Okay. God was with us. My father and I connected, but not with any of the other children because they did not want to. Because my mother manipulated all of them early into the lives of my father. Papa knew I was in danger. God, all the lies and deception I remember. And a home like that, uh, you learn to be seen and not seen, heard and not heard, and speak but not So I learned early how to disappear because any little thing that happened, my mom would hit me. Yeah, what a fist. Wow, dang, little tiny me. Okay? And I was tiny growing up. Uh, and short. I'm the shortest of everybody. Okay? And she would, bang! And I would look around and I would see the culprit who did it smiling like a Cheshire cat. And I would just look and turn my head and leave it at that. Okay? My family life was horrible. I was always in fear of saying or doing the wrong thing with my mom and getting sick. Okay. And bullseye, it was stamped on there, maybe even like uh, tattoo. Uh, it was there always. So later in life, I got married, had a very special child. Of course, narcissists. In their mind, I never deserved my child. They did, yeah. Heckel and Jeckel, partners in crime. I call them this because they did everything together, always partners in crime. So to say, okay? So I saw red flags all the time. From the time being in the house with them, uh, they never showed remorse. They never apologized. They never showed any kindness toward me or my dad. Uh, there was a jealousy, a hatred, oh wow, of vengeance. I could feel it in them. But no matter what, I always pushed and did everything to just get a bit of kindness or love from them. I was craving that. And they knew it, and they used that against me. Okay, that's how narcissists are. They use you up until they don't need you. Then they go to the next, and the next, and the next, and the next in their lives. Okay, uh, and I now see why with them relationships ended and marriages ended, and it's because of that. I know no one wants to stay with a narcissist, not if they can get out of the relationship because my father wants out, but because he loved his children, he came back. And my mom used that against him. My mother was incapable of love as a narcissist. So she used the tricks or the traits of the narcissist to get everything she wanted out of him and her children. Ah, okay? She used us to get him back. And when she got him back, she used pregnancy after pregnancy to keep him. And when she got tired of him, she ignored him. And someone said that uh, they thought because she slept a lot that she had postpartum. No, this is one of the traits of a narcissist. They have to control every one, every aspect. And this is one of the traits to ignore and control. And she was doing that with daddy. She was doing that with daddy. She didn't have no postpartum. She was too happy and creating chaos on me and daddy. Oh God. I used to hide. I mean, a man, and my daddy used to warn me. Okay, if he saw me doing something that he knew wrong with your life, he would say, "Don't do that," and I would listen to him. So he protected me every day of his life. Okay, family things in time. I stopped going to family dinner because I there was too much chaos there, uh, and I could feel it, and it just made my spirit and my GI uh, problems bigger and worse. Okay, I soon realized they were attempting to manipulate and control every aspect of my daughter's life. That's the thing about me. I am very observant, and when I see a red flag, I continue to observe. I may not say nothing to that person that is doing that, but like I always say with narcissists, I see you and I saw you coming, and so did God. So, uh, even though I was her mother, every time she came home, her energy was chaotic and she was not happy. And my heart ached. I knew what they were doing to her, her spirit, her mind, and she did not have to tell me anything. We always had a bond, even when she was inside me. We had a bond. We didn't have to speak. We knew and felt. And that was growing, that was what was happening during that time. And I was so unhappy. And I did not know what to do to help her. But during that time when my dad was alive, we would go down to visit him a lot. And like me, he connected with my baby. I think it was our spirits. We had that kind of loving, kind, nurturing spirit, and we just connected. And we didn't have to talk. It was enough that we were there with that energy loving each other. Okay? Uh, then, out of the blue, a knock on the door. I opened the door. It's hard to say this because it hurts. I'm going to try to get myself together. Opened the door, and there was a social worker from DCSF, Department of Children and Family. Uh, she introduced herself, and there was an intern, which I recognized from classes which we were taking at the same time. She did the ironing that Heckel and Jeckel was doing this, but here's a person that I knew and was friends with from a class that I was taking at the time, and also bringing my child with me. See the irony of this? I don't think the narcissist sees it. All right? God was with us at that time. All right. She explained everything, then took my daughter into another room. Okay. The charge was a charge of neglect. Uh, and then she went and spoke with her. The worker came out and explained there was nothing to worry about, that she found no neglect. And I would receive a letter from their office in a few days. As a matter of fact, I kept the letter. I had it now. Okay, I never knew whether I would need it or not. Okay. Shocked and confused and fearful. Okay? I looked at my daughter. I'm sorry. I could see the fear in her eyes. And I could feel fear and the confusion and shock. I knew she was afraid that she would be taken away from me. I knew that. We hugged at that time, and for the rest of the day, we did not take our eyes or leave the room from each other. Never. We stayed together the whole time. At this time, I don't think they knew. Uh, I was making plans with my daughter to move because I had spoken to my PCP, told him what was going on and what had happened. And he said, yes, it would be the best thing for you to leave because it was best for my health. Ah, okay. Ah, I cannot imagine living their life. I thank God because I am the only child who does not have this uh, terrible this illness, which substantiates the family saying the myth. It confirms it in some way that I am so different, so different from them, and I'm glad. Okay, uh, my health, due to all the chaos and being surrounded by narcissists, which I did not realize at the time, my health was getting worse and worse. My doctor advised me to move once I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis. Uh, from that time, my relationship changed with my family. I never trusted them on anything. And also, too, I never told my daughter about the things that they had done to me growing up and was doing to me because I wanted, and mistakenly, I know now, I wanted them, I wanted her to see them in a pleasant light, like I wanted her to see her father in a good light. I never spoke about him, but I wanted her to know that if she needs some information, uh, that she could speak to me. The same way about my siblings, but I never cast them in a bad light. As a matter of fact, I never really talked about them, and I still don't because it is so sad for me. And now I know that uh, my daughter saw it all. I didn't have to tell her. She's a smart, vivacious, loving, nurturing child, and she saw for herself how they were with her and me, and she remembers. We don't have to speak about it. We just know. She remembers how she was treated, how she was almost taken away from me, by Heckel and Jeckel, the partners in crime. So, and how dare they think that she would not know and remember this? Okay. Uh, you have to realize how narcissists work. First, lies, lies, lies. If the mouth is moving, they're lying. Okay? Manipulation, total control, and egomania. They think they are smarter than everybody. So one day, one say in whispers, one of them said to me behind the other's back, "You see how narcissists work? They're not to get other on anything. Everything is me, 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 me. They're not together on anything." One of them said, and it's sort of funny to me. I remember it so well. "I didn't do that. Blank, blank, blank did that." I just looked at this person. I said, "They must really think I'm stupid. I don't have a brain." Hmm. Then, on another occasion, the other sister, let's say Dell, okay, said in whispers, "I didn't do that. You know, I wanted to laugh." And I just looked at them. Hmm. And I thought, what's wrong with these people? They do this and think it's all right. Hmm. Try to take my baby. And they just think it's all right. And I'm going to forget. Hmm. They are stupid. Okay. In fact, that they really thought I believed them both. This is how of a narcissist. This is how their mind works. They really thought I believed them. They really did, unfortunately. And unfortunately, all this time before this happened, I had misplaced trust for both of them because I did not know at the time they were narcissists that they was predators, and me and my daughter was the catch, and they were parasitic in their nature, the way they brought it about. Come on, doing stuff for my daughter so that she would go back or want to go back, but they did not realize that all that stuff that they were doing her, for her did not matter. That when she came home, she clung to me. She knew she clung to me. She may have went to sleep in her own bed, but she came to my bed and slept with me. We took care of each other because we knew what was going on. Okay? Big red flag at this time. There was no trust or connection with any of the family. I realized that if they would try and get my daughter because they wanted her and felt I had no right to her, that they were dangerous, that they would do anything to me or her. And after my father died, and I know that there were three people there abusing him on his deathbed. I know that because my daughter told me. She didn't realize what was happening. But once she told me the story, I knew what was happening. I forgive them, all of them, but I will never, never forget what they did to my father. And I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I wish I had been there, Papa. I wish I had been there for you. I'm sorry. I will never forget and have not forgotten what they did to me growing up, to my father growing up, and to my father on his deathbed, and to my daughter. And she hasn't forgotten. If you all think Heckel and Jeckel, partners in crime, that she's forgotten, no, it's in her heart. Okay, I'm sorry, tried for crying, but it's emotional because of what they are and is capable of. I must admit, my trials were nice. They tried to remove my daughter due to neglect. It broke my heart, and it still does. And my daughter's heart also. So I have some things here, uh, thoughts And also, let's see, where did I put those traits? I had a list of traits here. Okay. Uh, uh, I forgave all my family because they cannot help this. Narcissism is genetic, and I understand, but I am unable to forget what they all did to Papa, my daughter, and I. You all think everyone is the same as you in actions and thinking. So you trust no one. No, no, no one. There is no genuine love in any type of relationship that you have with anyone. You are so wrong. This is why you never understood us. To this very day, you don't understand me or my daughter. Ah, our relationship is based on trust, love, and unconditional love. It's there no matter what. We take care of each other. And the thing and the that clicked for me, and I understood, and my daughter saw that there was no love from the family at all. And that's narcissistic. They have no remorse, no apologies, no love, no empathy. They are incapable of this all. I did not realize that when I was it. I see you. None, not one of my siblings, called, uh, uh, made any effort to come and relieve my daughter. This is how narcissists work. Uh, it was too much effort for them to do that for their baby sister on the ventilator, possibly dying of sepsis. So, even though they knew what was happening and what was going on, and even though the efforts of a narcissistic niece made, uh, it was not genuine or believable to either her cousin or I. I knew that every single thing came out of her mouth was a lie. As I said, narcissists, if their mouth was moving, they're lying. And how dare her be such a predator? on my daughter in her need for her own self, because she really did not stay in the room most of the time or give me any type of encouragement or care. So I knew that it was not genuine. There was no love there. There was no remorse. There was no apology. There was no empathy, no sympathy. I felt nothing. And when I'm around them, I feel nothing but like sludge from their spirit that is heavy and pulling down my spirit and wounding my spirit. I have to reboot every time I'm around them, and God does not want me around them. Maybe in blood they are my family, but in spirit, no. They don't love me. They don't care about me. They don't care about my child. Okay? I care about them because that's who I am. And God gave me the spirit. And it may hurt that I do care about them, but I can't be around them. I have cut all the connection out. And if anyone that know me or my family, uh, you need to do the same. And I think you know who I'm talking to. There are parts of the family that I do not know or recognize these persons as narcissists, and that they can cause chaos only. But please listen to me, please, because I do not want anyone going through years and years of abuse by narcissists, by these people, because I went through it and I came out on the other side a better person, but wounded, really, really wounded. And now, with God's help, I'm repairing myself to be a better person so I can help other people. So, family, thought, I saw you coming. I saw you coming. I always see narcissists coming. God's giving me this sight of whatever. Uh, God saw you coming, Papa, and my baby. God always, always had his hands on us. He was watching over us because he knew how evil You all were, but you couldn't have it. Okay? So, in summary, tribe, if you are seeing red flags like I did, Google narcissism traits, malignant, then be careful, make a plan to leave. You are in danger. All right? So, I'm sorry for crying, uh, but this stuff is very real and very emotional. Okay? So, uh, this is today's prayers. With God, all things are possible. Yes, it is. Uh, Matthew chapter 19, verse 26. Thank you for coming, everyone, and thank you for supporting me. And sorry again for crying. Uh, so take care of yourself and each other. Namaste, and please pass this on. All right? Thank you so much, and good night. I need to go to sleep and rest because tomorrow's the gym with my daughter. Oh, come on. Okay, good. Oh, shoot. Mm.
Are you over 40 and still don't have life insurance? What if I told you that there's an easy way for you to apply for up to $1 million in coverage without a medical exam right from the comfort of your own home? It doesn't matter if you're a diabetic, a smoker, or have other. The fans of Young and the Restless are missing Sharon big time on the show. For a minute she was there, and then
Brian,